make a party while I do my intro, but apparently we have some sort of mini games on Minecraft now. So we're gonna check that out, and from the sounds of it, sounds pretty fun. So we're gonna check it out in today's video / stream. I'm thinking about bringing up the comments. Really thinking about that because I will have people commenting and stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and do that just for this episode so you guys can see basically what we're talking about and how the viewers are reacting, or viewer, because I will have a friend joining. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that real fast before we start, and I'm going to go into broadcast settings and just your messages. Alright, so you homies, that's the last video? Okay, dude, I'm just gonna join round links, any. Join a competitor which doesn't allow player skins that provide advantage. Oh, that was the last video, the comments at the top. So what is going on, homie? Join a casual game which allows all player skins to appear as bats. Join I'll join any. I don't care. What the frickin' Jesus Rice? Oh my god. Really? Are we just not gonna be able to do it, or? Come on. Join competitive maybe? Okay, okay, we got, okay, alright, okay, I don't know how to play this, alright. I'm spectating. Hey. Oh, snap. Oh, jeez, we got a fight. Oh my, oh god. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy over here. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, 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 oh. Straight savage over here. Alright. Where's the other guy? He ran. Oh, he running. He gone. He eating some pork chop. Okay. Screw you. Never mind. We got, at least we got into one. Alright, at least we got into one. Join any. I don't care what you put me in. Just, I'm about to punch somebody in the face. This isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. We'll go normal. Join casual. You know what? We're just gonna go play Minecraft. I don't know why that's called bar. But okay, dude. We're gonna play in this world where I just build houses because I don't feel like playing survival. I just feel like building houses because I like building houses. So we're gonna build some houses. What is this? Oh, we tried building a house from GTA. And we never finished it. So we're just gonna let that be a project. Snap. I don't know where I want. Where could we build? Where's every... Why am I dressed up like this too? Okay, this is better. This is a lot better. There, see, now you can add favorites. I like that. We're gonna go through and do this for a little bit. Actually, let's see if anyone's on there. Are you still on? Because if you aren't, it says zero viewers. Let me invite a few people to the party and see if they would like to play some countries. Because countries is always fun. Nope. See if you want to play it. Oh, okay. It says viewers are at 0 for some stupid reason. I was like, what the heck? I'll show you what countries is. Just because no one's probably gonna join. So. Alright. If we do play countries, I'll start up a new screen or stream and call it Minecraft season. I want to say we're in 3 now, 4, 3 or 4. I want to say 4. Yeah, because we never started here. Alright, so let me go to the best season we had. That'd be season 2 in my opinion. Just because Russia was such a superpower, and I basically was like, well, you know, I have biggest military, so why not work on a city? So I started working on the city, and now I have a massive city with all these tanks. So as you can see, this like a 2 or 3 man team to build this, and this is Chernobyl actually. Actually, you know what? I might go back and rebuild on this, because I actually do miss this. And the reason this ended is because look at my military. Look at the power of it. No one would mess with anyone, and it got really boring because I would always be on top, and if anyone was mess with somebody, it would cause the Cold War to break out. As you can see, we had a space race and everything. So I was kind of like, well, everyone was afraid to do anything. So I went and took over a few countries, which I took over. I was like a little two-faced little child, dude. I'd like, there's one person that I'd always ally with and never would take over, and any other country I'd ally with, you know, do all this stuff, and then later on I'd take them over, which I did that to Cuba. Cuba was my communist friend, and then I just pretty much went over. This is Cuba, basically the factory of the world. I mean, Russia has the huge nuclear factory, but they have factories on factories on factories on factories. And Soviet Union, I made a little base camp up here. This isn't part of Cuba. What up, B-Ball? But this wasn't a part of Cuba. This was like land unclaimed, so I claimed a little bit of this land, and I was like, well, what up, dude? You wanna play some countries? Can we get some more people in here? Oh, that's Jewish. No, I do not. Sadly. But I claim this, made like a little, whatever this is, little base camp so people can come. No, you don't, child. We haven't even started a new world. You are a child. Yes, you are. You are a child. But then I came over, took over Cuba. Then Cuba became mine, and then everyone else didn't want to attack me. So that's cool. Then I also took over whoever. Oh, this is one of my Russian nuclear subs. There's the nuke door thing. Oh yeah. They shoot at fireworks. And this became Russia's because this was Cuba's nuclear, or these are cruise missile silos, and then it came Russia's out of the stream. Also became Russia's. Anything with a red flag was Soviet Union's, which is Russia. I still have to show. I'm on that world where you built Jamaica, B-ball. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I kind of want to come back to this world, but no one likes playing it because Russia and all the other countries are such big superpowers. It's like, well, what are we even doing? Which, I mean, I can come back here and... Is this... No, this isn't the one that you built Jamaica. This was before... This was the season before you built Jamaica. Which I can come back here and invite a bunch of people that haven't played on this world yet. Let them build up while I still build the city. Because the city's not even complete. Wherever Russia is. Russia's up here. Because you can see where pieces of the road hasn't circled around. Which I'll be working on that a lot. This is my space station. Okay, so I'm going to give you a complete rundown of the Great Mother Russia. So, this is I want to say a 3 or 4 man project, Russia was, because I took over so many countries, they started working under me, which we don't do that anymore just for the pure fact, or we don't let people join and say, hey, I want to be with Russia. You don't do that, you build your own country when you join, because this is why we don't let people do that, is because look at my military force compared to, I'll go over to Scotland because they're the closest, but they were my ally. But I'll show you just the number of tanks. I want to say I have 80 something. There's 20 per row because that's how I build my tanks, so I can easily count. Is it 20 or 10? What is it? It's 20. Because it's 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I have almost 83 tanks if that one was completed. So, yeah, I have like 84, or not 84, almost 84 tanks. Counting those. Not counting cubes. I don't count cubes because cubes aren't even good tanks. But showing you like that this is a one-man country. Well, he had somebody kind of help him, but it was a one-man country with these. These are the only ones that count. Those count barely, but that I don't even know what the heck that is. It's not even a real thing. But these would count because these are real tanks. These are T90s, whatever Great Britain uses, and yeah. So you can see the number of tanks with the level of the city, and you can see how much like well, I'm trying to think of the word because it's a good country. It's just it's great for a one-man country, but looking at the level of complexity and the level of how sophisticated the country's built up. How Russia is compared to Scotland is Russia's is a lot higher. Just because Russia had more men on the team to work on more projects, and that gives one player more time to build on something more. So that would give me time to build on my towers and exaggerate on them as much as I could. As you can see how insanely complicated they look compared to a Scottish building in the back. They're not as tall, they're not as rounded off and stuff like that, because you need to focus on getting the thing done. So that's one reason we quit with the having multiple people join. And you can see how big Chernobyl is compared to how big Scotland's nuclear factory is. So yeah, that is my Soviet flag. So this is my tank field. I forgot what I called it. I want to say it was the Moscow. Is this Moscow? I forgot. I think it was, yeah. No, Stalin. We changed it from Moscow to Stalingrad, so it's the USSR military HQ of Stalingrad. But this is the big military map right here. This is Russia. This is all Russia right there. Going up, there's Cuba. That's over. It was America, then we gave it to someone, they made it Mexico. Right here is Scotland. Just right from that little black dot that comes out. All that down is Scotland. That little dot right here, that's some, I forgot what they call it, but it's some little like abandoned oil facility they made into an actual place in real life, and I took that over because the guy never came back on and never played again. So it's basically like my Navy HQ out up north. And General Dmitri, I forgot who's General Dmitri, but these are all of our, like, I'll show you this. We make different packs and stuff. As you can see, the Communist Pact, under this contract, in a war, the USSR and Scotland will protect each other. This treaty is higher than any other. So if I was to make a treaty and say, hey, me and Cuba are best friends, this would go over that one because both countries agreed on that. This is like more of, hey, Russia and Scotland are allies, but Scotland and Cuba are allies, but Russia hates Cuba. So if Russia and Cuba go to war, Scotland and Russia would be allies throughout that war. And you can see the signatures are there too on the second page, which now we signed it. We signed it by country so we don't take up all the room. And this was my military power at one point. Cuban missiles. This promises 3 nuclear missiles given to Cuba from the USSR. Didn't say how. Didn't say how I could launch them. I could send them by truck and give them to him, you know, to use, or I could just blow him up. And I used that against him a lot. But signed Joseph Stalin of the Soviet Union. That's how we signed those. And USSR plans. This is to be for all the soldiers in the thing. Well, quote-unquote soldiers, all the workers that I had at the time were all given that, and they'd go through and pick out a certain project that they were to work on. What's in here? Russia's Plan C. So and then this also says the guy who helped mainly build all these tanks, his gamer tag had 97 in it, so it was a 97th T-90 tank battalion of the USSR. So you can see where the tank, what do you call it? That's an anti-air, that little green turtle shell looking thing. But that is a tank manufacturing place, kind of repair thing, so I could say that I built my own tanks. Because you have to have the factory to build all your stuff. This is a building based in, I want to say, I don't know where, I'm not going to say some place because that sounds stupid. But it's, I forgot what they called it. My friend built it. one of the guys who worked for me. So you can have a nice view of all the tanks and the city itself and Chernobyl and stuff like that. You can see some of Scotland back there. So alright, so anything with this in front of it means the building was under construction, because we went through and we remodeled the whole city. It used to just be this building and this building and this building and this building. That was it. None of these skyscrapers or memorials or vodka stores or anything stereotypical. None of these Russia HQ buildings, anything. It was just this building right here. And I went through and deleted all the freaking screenshots, because I had screenshots of before and after of the whole country. God dang it. I didn't even think that even crossed my mind, because I had ones where this was just being built up, but whatever. It was this building, the UN building, which is a white building, this gray building, which is an office building. I don't think it has an interior, so it should be in construction. This building, and that's it. These two came along later. There was one here that was standing before it, but we wanted them to look the same, so we chopped them up and made them the same size, so they're all connected to the main building right here. This is kind of like the USSR's HQ building, and then you have the lower intelligent building, like the CIA or Russia's Spetsnaz would be there. Then the blue building, I don't even know what that was supposed to be. We just wanted a giant skyscraper because we're freaking Russia and we do what we want. And we're the superpower, so we made a giant building. And basically said screw you to everybody because you're the first one to have a skyscraper. We're the first one to have a lot in this world, I believe. Like a lot of times, I'm the one that makes all the scientific breakthroughs in the world. First one to have a space station. A working space station, and just a random spaceship in the sky, which we've had multiple. Someone that worked for Scotland, which is Walton in the comments, someone who worked for him actually went ballistic one day when Walton wasn't on and said, in the name of Scotland, because he's supposed to be a leader now, Walton's not even a leader anymore. He's like, well, you know what, I attack Russia. I was like, you better stop, because I know Walton. He's not going to attack Russia, being the baby compared to Russia. He's like Russia's baby, pretty much, with superpower-wise. He's not going to attack a country that's like 10, 20 times bigger than he is. It's not going to work. In tanks, at least. I think, when I say Walton's higher than me, it's something. I don't know what it is. But he blew up, he blew up some of the space station I had up there in the space, in the atmosphere. But that's what I want to say. It's this memorial was for. I want to say. Let's see. Which one was? I think what I want to say is this one. One of them, I don't remember. But then we quote unquote had an accident. I did not blow it up deliberately to have a building placed, but that was the other one. Yeah, I think you're higher than cruise missiles and nukes. Maybe, I don't know about nukes, because I do have a lot of nukes. I don't know where they're at, but I know I have some underground nukes and stuff like that. Middles? I didn't even notice that. Cruise middles. But, yeah. I think I'm first to have a Navy. I was the first to basically have a country. But first to have skyscrapers, first to have suburb cities, first to have a space station. Oh, I think I just said that too. Oh, this is my World War II memorial. The KV-2 dedicated all lives lost in World War II. We need to live that. I want to do a World War II style world. World War I style, something like that. This is a UN building, though, for the ones that don't know what a UN building is. UN building is where you have your multiple country intelligence meetings. Like, you can have every leader from every country come sit down and say, hey, you know, all this. What are you doing in the comments? Anyway, you can see here, Soviet Union. We had all the people under the Soviet Union, all the people under Scotland, which we never updated for the other guy because again he went ballistic the next day. Kochu built Mexico. I had other countries on here, but I think I took them off because I took them over. Yeah, because Stacy built Cuba. It was originally just me and Little Bro on Soviet Union. And then Tuba never came back on. Is that what that was? No, this is nothing. But, that's basically... Oh! We had the flags up there too, but 2 of them are down because, again, we took over the countries that were on there. I kept auto-correcting. This is... okay. This is like my one-on-one meeting with other countries. Well, Perwin. Walton, if you want, we can stream either... If we can get people in here for countries, we can stream countries, or we can go stream some online 2K WWE. Because that usually gets stupid after a while, and it's retarded. And we start laughing about it, so... But... yeah, that's basically Russia. Oh! Easter eggs! Easter eggs! There's a dog in my spaceship for a certain reason. For rocket ships. And they sent... the Soviet Union was the first one to send dogs to space. So what do you say, Walton? You up for it? Jesus Christ. What, Walton? A World War I, World War II, and have people can join every country, but not have. Like, what do you mean by big country? Like, everyone, like, 3 to a country or something like that? People can join and have a big country or not and have. Oh. Yeah, a lot of time people do complain about having, oh, well, the country's not good and all this stuff. Well, I mean, you put in so much research to it and you make it good. You don't sit there and act like a 3-year-old because you can't build, and you don't know the research on YouTube how to build a tank. I'll even say it myself, my tank's based off of a tank off YouTube. I just made it my own. I made it more easier to build. I want to have like a huge countries world and have everyone, you know, because there's so many countries too, World War I and World War II, and have them pick out those, and then people can just pile on to those teams on the Allied and the Axis sides. Because you had, in World War II, you had on the, it was some, I'll show you.
It's some like Hunger Games type thing, but it doesn't work because it's so freaking glitchy. You have the minigames thing now, you gotta join. You can create one, but we don't have people to create one because no one plays Minecraft anymore. And just whatever you want, join casual. Then it keeps giving that message every single time. So it's, I'm gonna make a video on it later. See? So yeah, I'm probably gonna stream some wrestling. Well, if you want to play that, so I don't have anything else to stream. And plus, I've updated my guy, and we can go fight other online guys if you want, or something like that. Well, that's fine. You got. I thought you could join, but apparently I couldn't. Yeah, but I'll restart up the stream and we'll be on the other game for a little bit, and then that's basically all tonight is just going to be streaming into other games and stuff like that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're watching this after it's up, if you're watching it during, you smell like a potato.